And that's the LA Dodgers taking on the Phillies. Rubber game of the series, Yoshinobu Yamamoto against Andrew Painter in this one.
The pitch comes home, and it's called strike three. A curveball flutters in there. Marsh isn't so sure, but he's not sure enough to challenge.
Here comes Roberts.
And Yamamoto, after his 10th strikeout, is going to be taken out of this one. Another 3-2. Muncy lifts off to right field. Max Muncy, max power. Halfway up the pavilion. Mark it 8 for the Dodgers.
You're going to get beat at times. It's going to happen. But I do think with the talent that we have, if we, focus and play like we're capable of, we should win series, regardless home, road. So this next one's going to be a good one. Diamondbacks always play us tough, and so play at their place is always difficult. So this is going to be a fun series coming up.
All right, so the first calls you heard were on Dodgers radio network, and then you heard Dave Roberts, the manager of the Los Angeles Dodgers, talking about their upcoming series against the Arizona Diamondbacks, who have been playing better baseball. But let's talk about the Dodgers for a second. So they take the series against the Phillies this weekend. The Phillies have been playing real good baseball, right? But this is how good the Dodgers are, is that when you have the chance to bring up a guy named Ryan Ward, right? Maybe you're not as familiar with Ryan Ward. He was an eighth round pick, 251st back in 2019 to the Dodgers, just debuted this year, right? So waited his turn in the minor league organization, coming up and hits his first big league home run. And when we talk about depth and we talk about the Dodgers and why they're so dangerous, it's not just because they have Hall of Famers and Cy Young Award winners. It's because organizationally, they understand how to bring a guy in, whether it's waiting for Ryan Ward to have his chance or a guy like Alex Call, who was highlighted all weekend throughout this series, and the way that he plays the game, his style of play, his ability to have adapted and adjusted and made adjustments to his own game. And the Dodgers are the beneficiary of a guy like that, of depth. So a huge weekend overall. Yoshinobu Yamamoto, 10 strikeouts, 5 1/3 for him, which he has been able to give them length and go deeper into ball games, but still able to punch out 10 guys and a big weekend. I thought this was one of the better series this weekend, watching these two teams go head to head against each other. A ton of fun to watch these two teams. I was impressed with the Phillies and their ability to come in, and they've been playing good baseball. The Dodgers, though, and what they do and how they play at home, almost unbeatable. It is so hard to beat that team at Dodger Stadium in Chavez Ravine. So the Dodgers win 9-1 over the Phils in this one, and it was a monster mash for a team that just continues to set new heights for their own organization, Steve.
Well, speaking of a monster mash, we saw that in West Sacramento taking place yesterday. Yankees in town taking on the Athletics, and the Yankees offense 6 up, 6 down over the first 2 innings, and then they decided to break the game wide open.
And the 1-2. Rice high drive, right center field, way back there, off the base of the wall. Schumann to third, coasting home. Wells to third. He gets the wheel around. Rice hustling to third. 2-run score and a stand-up 2-run triple for the sizzling hot Ben Rice and the Yankees with a 12-run third inning. And the 2-1. Bellinger lines it right center field. How about another run? Base hit Cody Bellinger. Rice is home. And the Yankees with a 13-run third inning. Lucky 13 in Sacramento. And it's a Bellinger RBI single.
Remarkable. Glad we were able to make it stand up. Obviously, a lot of really good things offensively in that inning, from different walks, different 2-out hits, stolen bases. I don't think the prettiest game on either side necessarily, but we were able to make a really outstanding inning stand up.
So the Yanks win 13-8. That's the final score against the Athletics. They scored those 13 runs in the third inning. Steve was talking about just the ability to go 6 up and 6 down and be able to have everybody contribute the way that they do. In West Sacramento, that is a minor league ballpark, and it plays like a minor league ballpark. And when you have the New York Yankees with their ability to hit the ball out of the yard top to bottom in that lineup, it's going to be just an absolute show, right? That's a show that they put on. Ben Rice, top to bottom, every single guy who started in this game able to either get on or score or impact the game in some way and take advantage of the moment and take advantage of the ballpark. And, the problem is that the Athletics are a good team, but at home, they have the second worst ERA in the league. They're just behind the Rockies. Like, it's almost their ability to win games at home is so set back by the ballpark and the conditions in which they play. If you're watching on TV right now, you can see what I'm talking about. It's a 5.63 ERA, worst home ERA. So when we talk about home field advantage and we think about the Tampa Bay Rays last year, Steve, having to play at George Steinbrenner Field, right? The Yankees spring training facility, their bread and butter is their pitching. And so they weren't able to win games. They weren't able to win at home. It was just a disaster. And the Athletics have this young team that's so exciting. And at one point, we're leading their division. But you have the second worst home ERA. Like, good luck winning ball games in your own park, no matter how good your offense is. So you run into a buzzsaw, which is the New York Yankees and their bats and that heavy lumber. And it's an absolute lopsided game in favor of the New York Yankees, who are still chasing the Rays in the division right now. But that's what you get in a minor league ballpark with the New York Yankees in town.
Yeah, I mean, to your point, the other part of the other side of the pendulum swinging the other way is they have the second worst ERA at home. They've got the fourth best ERA on the road. Now, the reality is they're probably somewhere in between those two, but I think on the better side of it. But they just obviously, the Yankees had 10 runs on the scoreboard without making an out in that third inning. They sent 18 batters to the plate. They batted around twice. And it was a 43-minute half inning. And Will Warren, remember, this is a minor league stadium, so there's not like there's an underground area off the dugout to go throw and stay warm. No. He had to go back out to the bullpen and throw in order to stay warm to be able to come back in that game. He might have had the best performance on the day. He did not give up an earned run. He gave up 3 unearned runs early. But for a guy to overcome sitting for 43 minutes and still go out there is something. So great win for the Yankees yesterday. The bullpen, Tim Hill, knocked around hard in that game yesterday, and he hadn't thrown in 5 days. But he got dinged around, and then Bednar had some trouble at the end, was able to get out of it overall. All right.
You know why, Steve? You know why? By the way, because the Athletics are actually a very good offensive team, right? They can hang around. They can't overcome that final score, but that is what they are really good at, is never giving in. And that's how they have been able to win games in the margins. I watched them for 3 games against the Cardinals. Like, their bats are really good. They can be electric at times, but when the pitching is that bad at home, like, how are you going to win games?
Yeah, there's no doubt. It's been tough on them. And then once you believe you can't pitch at home, it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. You sort of pitch to what your belief is about your ability to pitch in Sacramento. So we'll see. Just a few more years there, and then they get to Vegas and see how the ball sails there. All right, coming back, some softball pitches for Danny Wexelman, the sideline reporter for the Cardinals. Cubs matched up over the weekend. We'll talk about the Sunday game next in the leadoff spot.